welcome to the final episode of Fate Grand Order Babylonia. So we are finally wrapping up this series. It's been a great one, but I'm gonna save my actual thoughts for the end of this because there's still one more episode, and then we still also have Solomon. Speaking of Solomon and speaking of what we have left for Fate Grand Order, I want to ask you guys, before we go into anything else, I want to ask you a question and let me know in the comments. So, I know there's still Moonlight Lost Room. Now, as far as I know, this is supposed to be kind of like a connecting episode between, I think, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 or something like that. Or Part 1 and Part 2 or something like that. But let me know. Do you guys want me to check this out before going into actual Prism Ilya? Because if we check this one out on next week on Thursday, that would mean that the Ilya episode, first Ilya episode, is gonna come out on Saturday next week. Let me know how you guys want me to do this. I could also skip this, and if and when the eventual new Singularity or new story piece of Fate Grand Order gets adapted into anime, we can check it out then, you know? Let me know. Do you guys want me to check this out, or do you want me to skip it for now and then we can go back to it if eventually new Grand Order stuff come out? Let me know. Apart from that, I am still taking recommendations for you, what you guys want me to check out when it comes to like Fate Grand Order, right? Which kind of, or just Fate in general, what kind of like videos. I already got a lot of recommendations and I am writing them down. I am keeping them in a notepad. So I do have all of your guys' links to stuff that you guys want me to check out for Fate, and I can't promise I'm gonna check every single thing out, but I'm gonna do the most recommended ones for sure, because I want to see them as well. So like the PVs, the commemorative video, and like also the Noble Phantasms, stuff like that, right? I do want to check that out. And then the last thing that I definitely want to check out, I want to play the game. I already downloaded the game. I have it downloaded on my PC, on my emulator, so I have it ready. I haven't opened it yet, but I have it downloaded, FGO. So I want to play it. I am thinking of maybe just going through the story on my actual YouTube and maybe live streaming it on YouTube as well, and then it's gonna get saved on my channel. Maybe Sunday. Maybe that would be fun. But I'm gonna give more concrete information about that actually during the Solomon movie. Let me know what you guys think about that. Apart from that, let's go into the actual events of the previous episode, which was we defeated Tiamat. And you guys talked about a few stuff. I saw a few conflicting, or like one conflicting piece of information, which was what was the dagger, right? That I was gonna say Shiro. I'm actually rewatching UBW, that's why Shiro's on my mind. What Ritsuka had, that dagger that Gilgamesh gave Ritsuka. Some people said that it's supposed to be a rule breaker from UBW. Some people said that it's supposed to, I don't remember the exact name, let me bring it up. I can't find it right now. I did see a comment talking about that being another piece of another weapon, a different one. I don't know which one it is, but at the end of the day, it basically allowed Fujimaru Ritsuka to effectively finish off Tiamat, right? And see her in that world and stuff like that, which was a pretty sad scene. And the battle got concluded. Also, what's his name? Hassan was being a Giga Chad. What an insane guy. Like, you guys also did say that he lost his actual qualification as a Grand Assassin, unfortunately, so there's no Grand Assassin as of right now. And also, I didn't even mention this, but Gilgamesh resummoned, as he was dying, Caster Gilgamesh resummoned himself as an archer. Like, what? What? Of course he can. Of course he can do that, because why not? Why not? But yeah, I didn't really think about this, but obviously you could summon yourself if you are a hero yourself, right? So that makes sense. That's really, really cool. But yeah, now it's time for, I'm guessing this episode is going to be an epilogue to wrap up the Singularity and maybe set up a tiny bit of the final Singularity, which is going to be hype. Let's see where it takes us. So I hope I said everything that I wanted to say in this intro. It's been a long one, so if you want to watch this, Uncut and Unblurred, as always, on Patreon down in the description. And let's go into Fate Grand Order Babylonia, final episode. You'll never... Oh, whoa. I accidentally just played Moonlight Lost Room for like half a minute before realizing it's not the right episode. Fujimura! She's alive? I mean, we didn't explicitly see her disappear, so... Yeah, why are you here? It looked cool. That's all that matters. It looked cool. No matter how effective it was. Sesame Shio! I love Fujimura. She's great. Ah. Oh yeah, you guys did say that she wasn't actually full power because of the Axe of Marduk. Or that entire situation happening, right? She was actually nerfed back then. Which I did see a funny comment saying that if she actually were at full power during the comet there's a high chance that the rest of, like, everyone else basically but Tiamat would have gotten destroyed during that attack, because the power would have been so strong that it would destroy everything but Tiamat. So it's actually a good thing that she was kind of nerfed back then, right? I don't know how true that is, but that sounds about right. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah. It's time for goodbyes. True, the goodbye to Quetzal was a bit sudden, so that's nice. She was thinking about the wrong thing. That's cute. Of course. Aww. Mesh. Don't be jealous, it's just a goodbye.
豪快な勝利を期待しているわ。今までありがとう。いや、もちろんです。
She's great.
そういう別れ方、大好きです。
Oh, that was a nice goodbye. I like it. That was a really, really, really nice goodbye.
行こう。
Heartwarming one. Also, I'm guessing that what happened to Merlin is he just teleported back to Avalon, right? Because he's a physical person there, so he couldn't have died there. He just teleported back, I'm guessing.
まったく待ちくたびれたわよ。
Ishtar,
私を待たせるなんて
or here.
度胸だわ。
Okay, okay.
おかえり。ま、あんたたちならここには来るだろうってね。先回りしてたってわけ。会えるような気がしてた。はい。そう？ご期待に添えたみたいで何よりだけど。おーい君たち。お茶を飲むくらいの時間はあるんだろう？多分。大丈夫だよ。まだ得意点修復の確認中だからね。だって。あ、そういえば、ここに来る前にジャガーマンとケツアルコートルにも会えて。あいつ無事だったの？はい。あ、でも、ここに来る前に。
He's scared.
そうか、それは残念だ。
Yeah, what a shame that she died. No.
はい。マーリンさんには必ず関節技をプレゼントするとおっしゃっていました。
Oh, he's going back to Avalon ASAP.
聞こえづらかったですか？本当に残念だよ。マーリンにはいい薬になったのに。
A good punch to the face. A leg lock.
おっと、そんなこと言っていいのかな、ロマン君。
This is so cute.
この先も必要なんじゃないかな。はあ？第7得意点まで何もしてこなかったくせに何を言ってるんだか。あ、失礼。君はまだ死んでないから寝台にしかやってこられないんだっけ。
Oh, fair enough.
痛いところをついてくるな。君本当は性格悪いんじゃないの？マーリンにだけは言われたくないな。
Well, him personally, but he can come as a servant to any other age.
ところで、結局あれから冥界はどうなったの？マーリン、お茶は？おっと。やっぱりシドリ殿が入れてくれたものの方がいい味だったね。そんな、ありがとうございます、マーリンさん。冥界は大部分が崩落したわ。
Hmm.
ビーストの臨界崩壊、その爆発の影響でね。冥界か。ま、完全に以前の姿を取り戻すまでにざっと半世紀は必要でしょうね。結局、地上と冥界、二つの世界を崩壊寸前まで追い込んだということか。これまでの戦いの中でも桁違いの相手だった。人類悪ビースト2。彼女の銃声がどのようなものだったかわからないが、藤丸くん、その霊気に触れた君はもう少し違った様相を垣間見たんじゃないか。
Yeah.
君のそういうところだろうね。彼が来てくれたのも。なんでもないさ。それで、エレシキガルは？エレシキガルなら冥界で休んでるわ。
Yeah. That's a way to put it.
花が咲いていたこと、とても喜んでいた。最後に、あなたたちによろしくって。
Unfortunate.
イシュタルさんはこの後どうされるのですか？
She was kind of the goat, you know.
時代に残るわ。聖杯に呼ばれた神聖じゃないし、ウルクの初期王朝がなくなるまではこの世界にとどまるつもり。それに、せっかくバビロンの蔵の2割をもらったんだし、めでなきゃもったいないでしょ。
Oh, since the Grail didn't actually summon her, she can just stay here. I mean, I guess she did kind of like materialize I mean, she got summoned by like that ritual and stuff like that. Is she like fully? Is she kind of like similar to Gilgamesh in UBW, where he has all his powers and stuff, but he's kind of like materialized fully into the world. She isn't a full-on servant, right? Because she's not feeding on anyone else's mana. I don't think. She doesn't require anyone else to be here, right? So she can just stay here for a bit longer, for as long as she wants, basically, right? Is that correct?
あんたはどうするわけ？
まあ、幽閉島に戻って、
Makes sense.
藤丸くんたちの戦いを眺めるだけさ。本来こんな風に手を貸すことはないわけだし。それなんだけど、どうして今回マーリンは俺たちを手伝ってくれたの？え？そんなの決まってるじゃないか。僕が君のファンだからだよ。え？私は見ることしかできない男だ。だって人間が好きなんじゃなくて、人間の描く物語が好き。
Yeah, that's fair. He wants to hear more of his stories. Or of just humanity stories in general. Oh. Hmm. That's fair because he knows how the original story ends and he sees how he changes it. That's cool. おや。
ちょっと素直に送り出すべきじゃないかな。なんというか、似た者同士の友人として最高の悪口をありがとう。こんなに頭が痛くなったのは10年ぶりだよ。けどまあ、今回は本当に助かった。カルデアを代表して感謝の意を表するよ。本当にありがとう、マーリン。
ありがとうございます。
私も少しはまともになったな。前はそういう言葉をもらっても何も感じなかったものさ。これは好きにしてくれればいい気持ちだから。僕と彼女からのね。
アンナ。
さて、夜明けだ。藤丸、カルデアの星読み。誰の記憶にも残らない開拓者。私は君の戦いに敬意を表する。どうか最後まで良い旅を。その行く末に晴れ渡った青空。
Thank you for your patronage. You saved us multiple times, Merlin. Thank you.
ここにいたのかい？
Gil?
あれは朝まで続くよ。なぜあの神獣を倒すと決めたんだい？あれは君のウルクを荒らしたとはいえ、民のためでもないだろう。
いや、まさにウルクを守るためだ。地上の悪を倒しておかねば民が飢え死のう。
なぜ君が？
どういう意味だ？
君の圧政は民を苦しめてきた。その君がなぜ民の心配をする？
守ることだけが守護ではない。時には北風も必要だろうよ。この星の未来を築くのが王の役目だからな。
王の役目？
そうだ。俺は王。王として生きる。そう決めた以上人間の未来に付き合おう。世界の終わりまでな。
どうしてその言葉を人々に伝えないんだい？今のままだと君を理解する者は一人もいない。最後まで一人きりだ。
一人ではない。今語り聞かせている者がいよう。民草に聞かせられる話ではないゆえ、人ではない貴様にこぼしてしまったがな。
ああ、僕は
け。共に生き共に戦う。それは人でも道具でもない。
Friend?
か、エルキドゥ。それは
Tomodachi. Nakama.
ギルガメシ王、ギルガメシ王。
You can read the implications there. Wait, he's alive?
遅いではないか藤丸。うたた寝も過ぎると体に触る。
I'm not surprised.
体のない好みであればどうでもいい
Oh.
ことだな。
むしろあんたが来なさいよ。藤丸がここを訪ねなかったら挨拶もできなかったじゃない。
進化が王に拝謁を求めるのは当然であろう。
He has no physical
ここ
body?
に来ないという選択はありえんからな。
はい、王様。最後に会えて光栄です。
で、あんた冥界での姿は何だったの？
何、死の淵にいたのでな。少しばかり無茶を通したまでの。
Did he resummon himself as a
兵士
caster?
の目を盗んで俺の全盛期を一時のみ見せてやったのだ。このウルクにまで来て英雄王の姿を見ていないなどと不幸にも程があろう。
ああ、そう。
Huh.
王様、この後ウルクはどうなっていくのでしょう？
以前にも言った通りだ。消え去りはせぬ。後に続く者たちがシュメルを盛り立てていくであろう。
そうですか。先輩？
傲慢だな。
ちょっとあんた、藤丸の気持ちよ。
事実であろう。だが理解はできる。死にゆく者を思うというのは生きるために必要な行為だ。それを笑おうとも思わん。
ギルガメシ王。
藤丸、お前も知っていよう。かつて死に怯えこれを乗り越えんとしたある男の滑稽な顛末を。不老不死の霊装を求め冥界に至った。王でも英雄でもなく一人の男として行った。唯一にして最大の旅。長い、自身の寿命より長い旅を終えついに霊装を手に入れた。それは凄まじいまでの達成感と充実、喜び、生きる意味を知ったと言ってもよい。
So that's the story of Gilgamesh.
霊装を持ち帰る最後の一日、国に帰る前に見栄を張ろうと水浴びをした。その隙を突かれ、ただの蛇目に霊装を奪われたのだ。命の充実も生の喜びも、これより続く栄光も、全てが一瞬に消え去った。だが、男の口から漏れたものは、怒りの声ではなかった。笑いだ。
He's so cool.
本当にとてつもなく愉快になって笑ったのだ。一生をかけて獲得し、これを失い、全てを失いながらもまだ明日を見る。傲岸な人間の姿がたまらなくおかしくてな。まさに笑い話だ。死の間際になってようやく人の世を知ったのだから。人間とは無限に成長するもの。それは寿命を迎える1秒前であろうとも変わらぬ。最後まで心の在り方は積み重なっていく。人の歴史とはそのようなもの。顔を上げよ藤丸律也。
Oh, wow.
たとえ貴様がこの時代で己が無力を嘆いたとしても、俺が認めよう。お前こそが必要なものだったと。
What a speech.
この先どれほどの窮地が待っていようとお前はただそこに立つだけで正しいのだ。
はい、頑張ります、王様。 藤丸くん、マシュー。こちらの受け入れ準備は整った。レイシフトを始めるよ。
What a cool speech.
それほど長
Wow.
く一緒にいたわけでもないのに、なんだかずっと話していたい気分ね。
Oh, we haven't really said goodbye to
よろしい
Ishtar.
ですが、
気にするな。貴様との別れはすでに済ませた。勝利の外貨を上げ、俺の名を称えながらカルデアに戻るがいい。
God, I love him.
旅人が笑顔で帰るのであれば、土産の一つもくれてやるのが良い国というものだ。ウルクの名物、爆酒だ。
They can't drink.
でも先輩も私もまだお酒は早いので。
つまらんな。では器だけでも持っていけ。何かの役には立つだろう。
So I'm guessing it's a grail? Because why the fuck not?
共に生き、共に戦う。それはな、エルキドゥ。それは。
Oh, Millet! I have so many things I want to talk about.
カルデアのこたびの戦い、まさに痛快至極の大勝利。貴様らの帰還をもって魔獣戦線は終結とする。はい。あ、いや、待て。
What's up?
一つ聞くのを忘れて
You can't do that after an epic speech.
このウルクはどうであった？
Aww. He loves his country.
楽しかったです。
Oh, Gilgamesh! I love Caster Gilgamesh so much.
人の神が共に生きた時代。
Is that Grand Assassin?
たもとを分けた人たちが選び取ったのは、最後の時まで人として
It could just be a random person.
時に耕し、時に食べ、時に歌って、希望にあふれた人々の最中で、私たちは少しだけね、
Oh, Sidori!
それ以上に笑い合った。
これはそんなどこにでもある。
でも、私たちだけの、
たった一つの物語。カルデア外周部第7から第3までの構成理論。
I was gonna... Okay, I was gonna go into like epilogue. Okay.
形成する疑似量子の強度に揺らぎ
Or like an outro.
量子記録固定体に引き寄せられています。カルデア外周部が2016年に確定するまで、あとマイナス4368時間。
ドクター、帰ってきたばかりなのにすまない。ついにこの時が来た。いよいよ最後の。本日をもってカルデアの全職員の人命はロマニア・アーキマンが預かる。向かうべき得意点の名はソロモン。
Here we go! It's time!
得意点、簡易時間神殿。
Grand Temple of Time. That's the setup for the Solomon movie. We finished it. Oh, that actually got me emotional towards the end. That entire scene with like all of the servants, you know, from our side. Man. Okay, so I was gonna say a bunch of things. So first of all, for 1 millionth time, I'm gonna say this. I absolutely love Caster Gilgamesh. He's the best. The next thing is, so Merlin was only able to show himself here in, like, physically from Avalon because this is before or during the Age of the Gods. If it was after it, he couldn't physically manifest himself here. He couldn't show up here physically, right? Because it would be after the Age of the Gods where he shouldn't be alive physically, right? So he could only show up as a servant in those times. Which means that if the Singularity of Solomon is, well, I don't know how it's gonna work. If it's before or during the Age of the Gods, then that should be fine. And he can show him, and like Merlin could show himself physically in that world. But if it's after it, he won't be able to show himself there. Only as a servant he could. But that would mean that someone would need to summon him. But it could also be the Grail who's gonna summon him. We'll see. I have no idea how that final Singularity is gonna work, because in my mind, it's gonna be just like 1v1 basically, you know, or 1v2, and that's it, right? I can imagine there being like just one temple that's completely empty apart from Solomon. It's just gonna be one boss battle and that's it. But we'll see how it's gonna end up working, you know. I have no idea. We'll see. I'm excited for it, really, really excited. But apart from that, that was another thing that I was gonna talk about. That was like a big thing. Oh yeah, Anna. I know this is like a late question because like it's been a while since she was gone. What's the exact reason that her name was Anna? Because obviously Gorgon is like named after the 3 Gorgon sisters. Obviously Medusa is the second, like is Anna grown up. But like what's the actual meaning behind the word Anna or the name Anna? I'm not certain. Not too big of a deal, but I was thinking about that. Let's leave those things behind. Let me talk about Babylon as a whole. Incredible, incredible series. Like I would say, let me think. Do I want to say this is going to be a tall claim, but I'm going to say that Babylon is probably my favorite Fate apart from UBW. After UBW. I'm going to say it's my second favorite Fate after UBW. I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's epic. It's insane. And I don't think it would be fair to take all of FGO and say where it lands, because then I would have to take basically all of the 5th Holy Grail War, which would include like Stay Night and Heaven's Feel. But I'm gonna just take Babylon, and I'm gonna say that Babylon is like my favorite Fate story after UBW. I love the way it was spaced. I love how much, even though they obviously did have to cut some things out of the game, and you can sometimes tell with some of the interactions that there was cut content, which is a bit unfortunate, but I don't think, at the end of the day, I think that the way that they let the actual a lot of the conversation dialogue scenes breathe a bit more, and they let the characters develop a bit more. I really like that. I think it was really, really well done, and it felt really well paced most of the time, so I appreciated that a lot. Obviously, not even talking about how insane the fight scenes were, how incredible the sound design was as always, and the voice acting is always incredible in Fate. And the story was just really fun. Like really, really, really fun. And also the monster design, the lore drops and stuff like that were fantastic. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Babylonia. It's an incredible, incredible Fate story. And it's also the reason that I really want to check out the FGO story in its original format, so in the actual game, you know. So as I said, I do want to play the game, and I will set it up and I will play it, and I might as well stream it, right? At least the story, and then I'm gonna grind it off stream and stuff. I feel like that'd be fun, right? As I said, I'm gonna talk more about it during the actual Solomon movie. I'm gonna give you guys more of the like a exact timing and stuff for that. But apart from that, I also have a question that's not directly related to Babylonia. So for Fate, I wanted to check out the, you know, the Gigak video that's about like badly explaining all of Fate or whatever. I kind of wanted to check that out, the long version, but are there any spoilers in it? If you guys don't want me, I want to check it out regardless. Like, I haven't really gotten any recommendations for it, but I want to check it out personally. But if there are any spoilers in it, then I won't, because I know it goes into detail about like quite a bit of Fate. But I kind of want to check it out. But yeah, I want to avoid spoilers if possible. So I can also like put it off until we watch more of Fate if you guys think it would derive or it would take away from my enjoyment of other series of like Fate series, you know. So yeah, let me know. And as I said, let me know about like what you guys want me to do with Moonlight Lost Room or whatever. As I said, I can check it out next week, or I can save it and check it out eventually once more of the FGO anime gets adapted, if it ever does, you know. So let me know. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say. We are almost at the very end of FGO. I'm not gonna give a grand speech just yet. I'm gonna talk more about my full thoughts on FGO as a franchise in the next one, so in the movie, or maybe in Moonlight Lost Room if you guys want me to check that out. But so I'm gonna save those words until then. But thank you guys for joining me on Babylonia, because this was absolutely fantastic. You guys were great. And I will say this between me and you, because I know that the FGO community is a little bit removed from just the anime Fate community. Honestly, like the community on the FGO reactions has been a lot more chill than a lot of the Fate reactions, like the previous Fate reactions, especially Zero, UBW. Those were a bit more intense. But here, FGO community seems to be a lot more chill. So yeah, thank you guys for that. You guys have been great so far with the numbers and also just with your guys' comments and stuff. So it's been a treat watching it with you guys. So thank you for that. But anyways, as I said, I'm gonna talk more about those things in the next in the Solomon reaction. So I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on Saturday in FGO, the final Singularity, Solomon Singularity. Peace.